Number 7, Jaquil Marshall, ready. Number 8.
From Irk Russell Park in Statesboro, Georgia, this is USL League One on ESPN Plus, presented by Durance Lane, the proud official car dealership of Tormenta FC. Durance Lane is located on US 280 in Claxton. Sean St. Jacques again here with you. This should be a fun one between South Georgia Tormenta and Toronto FC2. Some fresh faces for both teams, some that have just been signed, others returning from injury tonight and could make an impact in tonight's game. Both teams needed to move up in the USL League One standings. Here's where they stand coming into tonight. Obviously, South Georgia Tormenta just outside the top 6, which would be good enough at the end of the season to make the playoffs. In Toronto FC2, they've had a crazy year and a half, including the start to this season. They have a chance to move up the standings quite a bit as well with a win tonight. Let's take a look at our players to watch tonight, starting with the home side, South Georgia Tormenta. Tough not to go with Marco Micheletto. He's our Davis Marketing player to watch. 3 goals leads Tormenta this season. They've all been really good goals as well. He's a guy that can distribute, a guy that's really the talisman for Ian Cameron's side. 3 goals leads the way. He scored a late one against TFC2 to beat them the last time these two met, which was the last game out between these two. TFC2 will counter with their leading scorer, Garrett McLaughlin. 3 goals this season. They're all against North Texas, so we'll have to try and score for the first time this season against South Georgia Tormenta. He's been a heck of a marksman so far this season for TFC2, a guy that can poach goals and score in a multitude of ways for TFC2, and he'll expect to make an impact tonight. Both teams need it to move up the standings, and both teams are going to be playing each other quite a bit as the month of June moves on. It's South Georgia Tormenta. It's Toronto FC2, and it's coming up next.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
Why contact a marketing agency?
Is it to see this guy scribble on a whiteboard, or to listen to the ins and outs of marketing?
Or is it to partner with a group of creatives who will connect you to them and grow your brand?
Here, we join with you to push your business to new heights.
It's not about the us, but about the us, and how we can get your brand out there and connect and become their favorite.
We are the planners, doers, designers, and engagers who cut the crap and just
Make it happen. We are Davis Creative Group.
At my age, where I'm at now, my children at their age, what I love about fishing now is the time that I can spend with my children. It's just great to know that when I get into a Silverado, that I don't have to worry about, am I going to make it? Is it going to pull this? There's no doubt, there's no question in my mind. It's going to do everything I need to do. To go spend the quality time that I want to, enjoy that experience, because once it's gone, it's gone. What I love now is being able to watch my children enjoy something that I've loved doing all my life. And we can just enjoy each other. Kyle Durant Chevrolet provides us these experiences that we get to go on as a family.
Back here in Statesboro, Sean St. Jacques here with you. South Georgia Tormenta getting set to take on TFC2. Matchup presented by Davis Marketing. Teams have already met once this season, as we obviously saw a great defensive game so far between them, and obviously Ian Cameron telling us earlier this week it was about stopping TFC2 in the channels, making it tough on them, making them take tougher shots, settling for shots outside of the penalty area, and that was a big difference in the game. This new formation, which we'll show you again in just a few moments, a 3-6-1, it's really been vital in Ian Cameron getting South Georgia Tormenta on this winning streak. TFC2 know about it now. They're going to make adjustments. It'll be interesting to see if we see similar success for South Georgia Tormenta or if TFC2 will figure it out. Here's the look at the 3-6-1 lineup brought to you by Durance Lane. Liati up top, and then 6 midfielders led by Perez and Marco Micheletto. Josh Phelps, who can play up top, will play in his normal position back as a center back along with Eckenrode and Curtis Thorne as well. And Pablo Jara gets the start. Here's Mike Munoz, the head coach of TFC2, formerly of Los Dos in the USL Championship. His team hoping to move up the standings tonight with a victory. He knows his team's got to make some adjustments after last time out. Another Durance Lane lineup for you for Mike Munoz in TFC2. Altobelli and the dangerous McLaughlin lead the way. The new signing Marshall Ruddy from Toronto FC and MLS gets his first start of the season, along with Asusi and Kosi Thompson in the midfield. Kyle Johnston is our center referee for tonight's game. Second meeting in as many games for these two. It kicks off in Statesboro with TFC2 in their road whites and South Georgia Tormenta looking to make it 2 straight against the Canadians in their home navy blues. Their record is the same as their formation, 3-6, although there is a little one up top for South Georgia Tormenta. TFC2, early chance, McLaughlin takes a deflection, goalkeeper was out, second chance, booted away, last-ditch defending from the off here for Tormenta. Kosi Thompson regains, what a start. Tormenta won the first game earlier this week by a 1-0. The 88th minute winner from Marco Micheletto, the team's leading goal scorer. And TFC2 nearly scoring in the first minute off of Garrett McLaughlin, their leading scorer. We're off to a fast and bright start in Statesboro. Into the midfield it goes. Mehdi Asusi has had a strong season for Mike Munoz and TFC2 to this point. Ian Cameron, when asked about these 4 matchups, he says it's basically a 4-game series. We just got to win the series, and we'll feel like it'll be a good part of this stretch of the season. Obviously, Tormenta trying to move up the standings, get into a playoff spot potentially if they win tonight. Liati on the attack. Good searching ball. Micheletto with a sidewinding strike. No. It falls for another chance. Shot is blocked on the edge of the penalty area by Thompson as Vincenzo Candela took aim. And Tormenta will reset. Near side O'Callahan. It goes out of play. It is Superhero Night at Irk Russell Park. And the heroes of the match will emerge, hopefully sooner rather than later. We'll have to wait and see. Capes are on hand, if need be. Tormenta backtracking here. Josh Phelps, who normally, at least this season, has played up top, but he's come up as a center back, so he's back in his, at least for him in his career, his normal position. Ricardo Gomez, who had a fantastic game passing the ball against TFC2 last time out, the number 6. As Tormenta use their patience here, trying to find a way through this TFC2 back line, which is tough to break down. That's what Mike Munoz has prided himself on. As Micheletto goes for it! And it's out for a goal kick. He can hit them from there. Marco Micheletto, he's done it already this season. This one harmlessly goes out for a goal kick. Always have to have your head on a swivel when the ball's at the feet of Marco Micheletto. Kevin Silva in goal tonight for Toronto FC2. FC2 will try to play this out of the back. Headed down, O'Callaghan keeps it in Tormenta possession. McLaughlin gives chase. Takes a deflection and out for a Tormenta throw. Let's take a look at the injury report tonight. Brought to you by Optum Orthopedics and Optum Health System, the official health providers of Tormenta. Tristan DeLoach, Adrian Billhart out tonight for Tormenta. Paul Rothrock not able to make it for TFC2 this evening. Both coaches have talked about it, the injuries. It's a part of it, as always. Of course, this season, especially for TFC2, tougher than most. But that's part of the reason why Ian Cameron's adjusted with this new system. And like Munoz has told us, really since the preseason, it's going to be next man up when these kind of things happen. Of course, both teams have help on the way, which is always good to hear. And we're expecting to see some good stuff, possibly tonight, from both teams with new additions. We talked about Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy as well. Get to him in a moment. Let's take a look at the Hampton Inn keys to the game. Coach Ian Cameron told us set-piece opportunities are going to be crucial. He thinks they can take advantage of that big time tonight. And Mike Munoz said it. We're building up. We're putting together good passes in the midfield. But it's about the final pass and being able to score inside the penalty area. That's going to be the difference tonight if they are to get away with all 3 points. Azad Liati, who scored his first goal for Tormenta a few matches ago, gets in behind. It's out for a throw-in. And Ian Cameron said, he's happy that Azad Liati got his first goal. And he said now he's got to get selfish. He's got to get more goals. He's expecting, Coach Cameron told us, 5 or 6 minimum more by the end of the season. He wants him to have that instinct, that mentality that one's not enough. I need more, and then more again. And that's what he's hoping to instill in Azad Liati. Nicoletto keeps the possession alive. It's been mostly with Tormenta since that first-minute chance from Garrett McLaughlin was cleared away. Out wide from Candela. It's a decent ball in. Nobody home at the back post until O'Callaghan got to it. He ends up switching fields. It's floated back out. Curtis Thorne will run onto it, and Tormenta can recycle this. Phelps. Eckenrode under some pressure. Thorne again. Nicoletto, that might have been handled. Referee Kyle Johnston all over it. Free kick opportunity for South Georgia Tormenta. Referee had a perfect view. And now Luca Meyer, who is dangerous from set pieces, will have a chance. He's had multiple opportunities and had great success from set pieces this season. It's just about within his range. Kobe Perez alongside. It's Meyer. It's a good effort, but in the end, doesn't trouble Kevin Silva a ton. Normally when you see that kind of a reaction, it was close to what he wanted. The Galactic Comics replay as Meyer blasts it over the top. Bernard Lenar keeps it alive for TFC2, and again. Our side, lovely little give and go. Free kick given to TFC2. It was good interplay there from the roadside. Free kick taken quickly. Tormenta trying to win their 3rd straight game. They haven't done that since 2019, Tormenta. So trying to get a little bit of history tonight. And TFC2 trying to end a 5-match winless run, including 3 straight draws before that loss to Tormenta last time out. Over the near side it comes. A bad swinging ball into the penalty area and had to be dealt with. It's not quite been dealt with yet. Marshall Ruddy, a spinning shot, cleared away by Phelps. Not quite cleared all the way, although TFC2 will recycle. Here's the captain, Niall Higgins. Delicate ball over the top. Kept alive for the moment. It stays in. A chance for Marshall Ruddy possibly to run onto it. And it's cut out nicely defensively by Ricardo Gomez, who dances himself out of trouble. Now can it lead to a break for South Georgia Tormenta? This is Kobe Perez on his own here. Kobe Perez brought down just outside of the penalty area. He nearly went all the way. A booking for the challenge on him. And a free kick in a dangerous position for South Georgia Tormenta. I believe Kurich is the one put into the referee's book as we take a look at a galactic replay here. And it is Kurich, who pleaded his ignorance, but in the end on the replay, it's a Mo's yellow card. So Meyer will get another look at this from a much better angle. Perez, who won the free kick, is in range as well if he wants to take a shot at it, but Luca Meyer looks poised, eyeing it up. Meyer has scored once already this season. It's Luca Meyer. Wall does its job brilliantly. That was going in. You could see Luca Meyer's reaction. He had a really good feeling about it when it left his boot. But the TFC2 wall defensively stands tall, as you see on the Galactic Comics replay. Really strong job there defensively by Mike Munoz's side. That's good organization there. Now Luca Meyer from a corner. Ian Cameron said this is where we can do a lot of damage, set pieces tonight. And it comes, and it was Perez at the near post, unmarked. Just too tough of an angle, and it's out for a goal kick. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, visit SelectSportAmerica.com. Kept alive by Gomez. This is O'Callaghan. Perez had an 86, Gomez, pardon me, had an 86.8% pass accuracy in the first meeting with TFC2 last time out. There's a reason he's in there. Wide range of passing as well. He can really distribute at multiple lengths and with a ton of accuracy. Eckenrode now for Tormenta. This is Curtis Thorne. He's also scored once this season for Tormenta, one of 5 different goal scorers. All the way back to Pablo Jara, who's got the captain's armband tonight for the hosts. A little bit of pressure here from TFC2 as McLaughlin made Jara hustle for it. Now Liati putting pressure on Silva. Both teams, though, doing well to stay composed under the pressure. Now Goulburn, and again from Marshall Ruddy, O'Callaghan defensively. Gomez and Candela helping distribute it out wide. TFC2 had a chance to score inside the first minute. Garrett McLaughlin got a shot off from about 8 yards out. And then a couple of follow-ups didn't lead to anything in the end for TFC2. That was inside 50 seconds. Since then, it's been Tormenta with a few waves and a few set pieces, this time It goes out of play and out for a Toronto FC2 throw-in. One of the interesting things that Mike Munoz told us earlier this week, and one of the benefits of TFC2 being in Orlando, they got to be with the first team, and at their first game, you had the likes of Michael Bradley and his family and the owners all there cheering on the team. And Mike Munoz even got a chance to talk one-on-one with Michael Bradley about Tormenta and just said, hey, they're trying to rile you guys up. You know, it's just their experience trying to get under the skin of the young guys and just about kind of standing up to the bully a little bit. It must have been cool for the team to hear that coming from someone of that caliber, who's played at some of the biggest clubs in Europe and has obviously been one of the best in this era for the U.S. men's national team and in the MLS. And to see him at a game of yours, especially in this country, is a big deal. Even Ian Cameron mentioned Michael Bradley being at the game and how it was a big thrill for him and his guys as well. Shows you the respect Michael Bradley has. Controlled by Kosi Thompson initially and then sent all the way back to the TFC2, back line. Tormenta Nation, next game is on June 19th. Come celebrate NAACP night. Order tickets today at TormentaFC.com. Ball blasted away. TFC2 looking for their second win, as you see there on the season. South Georgia Tormenta with a win tonight as it stands would go into the top 6, which are the playoff places at the end of this USL League One season. And of course, as you see there, second meeting of 4 this month between Tormenta and TFC2. Both coaches mentioned there could be some chippiness tonight. Both teams are getting more and more familiar with each other. Haven't seen that yet, but as the night goes on and maybe after a goal goes in, that'll be something to look out for. Marco Micheletto now has some space to stretch. Lovely cut onto his left boot. He goes for goal. It wasn't a bad effort. And I think the goalkeeper, Kevin Silva, was a little flat-footed. But Marco Micheletto, always dazzling, couldn't hit the target. Another look at the Galactic Comics replay. Really good skill from Marco Micheletto. But in the end, it's well wide. Always dangerous when he gets on the ball. Took a really good left-footed strike earlier. That didn't quite hit the target. Perez putting some pressure on the TFC2 midfield. Is Susi now. McLaughlin. He thought about sizing it up. Phelps sized him up and cleared it away. As far as Rohan Goulburn initially, now is Susi. Ball over the top, it's delicate, but just too far out in front, and it's nullified by the offside flag on the near side. Right idea. Timing just didn't match up for TFC2 that time. And Hara will clear. It's a good head-on for Micheletto here. Now Luca Meyer, who headed to Micheletto initially. Now Micheletto with a good ball in. It was the right idea. Nobody made a run deep enough. O'Callaghan was the closest to it, besides the goalkeeper, Silva. Now pressure from Gomez and Liati. And Hara, should say Silva, rather, clears that away under pressure from Tormenta. Eckenrode. Intensity picking up a little bit for the home side. Phelps. Gives it right back to TFC2. A really good touch. And great job to stay up there by Marshall Ruddy. And he wins a free kick. Toronto FC announced the loan for Marshall Ruddy to TFC2. It's a big deal. He's got a lot of skill. He's obviously been a youth Canadian international. And he's definitely one that the MLS side, Toronto FC, are really excited about for his future. And I'm sure Mike Munoz is over the moon to have him. He's putting pressure now on Eckenrode. Eckenrode does well, but couldn't find a teammate. In-camera told us as far as what TFC do well, he said we've got to really keep an eye on Garrett McLaughlin. He's a guy that can get you at any moment. Can't lose him. He's a guy, and we've already seen it in this game, few chances, where he can get loose in the blink of an eye. As Isusi does well off the ricochet to win that back for the roadside. Mehdi Isusi. This is Bernard Lunar. Near side Goulburn now. See there the other match tonight. North Texas with some reinforcements, to be fair. At Globe Life Park, it's 3-0 over the defending champions Greenville Triumph. That is a heck of a scoreline right there. Greenville came into the night unbeaten. That streak is in serious jeopardy with half an hour to go. And there would be no unbeatens remaining if that scoreline holds up. Headed out of playoff, a good cross in looking for Liati. Tormenta have a corner. And Luca Meyer will trot on over to take it. And this is a big key tonight. Ian Cameron mentioned it. Any set piece opportunity is a huge chance for us to take advantage and possibly create an opportunity. Another look at the Galactic Comics replay. Meyer's cross sets up this corner here as it was headed out of play. Oh, it is congested right now inside of that 6-yard box. And the referee's going to try and unclog things. Making sure everybody stays civil. Luca Meyer. Oh, it's a lovely layoff for Micheletto! Crucial block. And it's out for another corner. Such a well-organized set piece from South Georgia Tormenta. A Galactic replay look here. The layoff is brilliant. The strike is just poked away by Kosi Thompson. A vital block. Goalkeeper did not know anything about it. A second try at it, just palmed away by Silva. And TFC2 can clear their lines. Goodness, that was one of the better set-piece orchestrations I've seen this season. And Kosi Thompson with a huge block to keep it level. That was going into the back of the net, I think, if Thompson didn't get a boot to that. Here's Eckenrode for the surging home side. And again, the right idea, looking for Micheletto over the top. Easy in the end for Kevin Silva. Higgins. Near side, Goulburn under some pressure from O'Callaghan. O'Callaghan thought he had just tapped it towards Liati. He did it illegally. Goldburn will switch fields, and it'll roll harmlessly out of play. Tormenta will build again from the back. Through Luca Meyer. Goes over the top. TFC2 now through Isusi. Under some pressure from Liati now. And Micheletto and Perez helping out. O'Callahan keeps it alive for Perez. That might have been handled, possibly a foul as well. Referee lets it play on. Perez and Higgins doing battle. Perez does really well. Now surrounded by three and keeps possession. It's a lovely hand from the crowd. Really good play from him. Now Thorne. Meyer floating it in. Liati out-leaped by Silva. And Silva with a quick outlet looking for McLaughlin. McLaughlin was held back, it looked like, by Thorne. Referee spotted it. And it'll be a free kick and a booking for Curtis Thorne. Bit unnecessary, you'd think, because there were two other defenders there with him. It was a 1-on-3. But in the end, it's a booking. Another look at the Galactic replay here. Yeah, it was covered by Phelps. Not sure there was any need. Referee saw it and immediately punished Curtis Thorne. There's the confirmation of the defender's yellow card, and now a set piece for Tormenta to defend. It's been pretty far out for Petrasso. There's quite a bit to aim at inside the penalty area. It's floated towards the back post, a central header. Good communication at the back as Pablo Jara takes charge. Ooh, nearly obstruction there by TFC2, but Liati picks it up. There's help to his right if he wants it. Liati does really well and wins a free kick on the other end. Marco Micheletto was screaming for it on the far side. You can see his frustration, number 10 in the navy blue. But Liati wins the free kick. Another look. Galactic replay from behind. Bernard Lenar. A little bit over aggressive. And he is penalized. So one free kick on one end leads to one on the other. It's Kyle Johnston, center referee. Make sure everybody is 10 yards away from Luca Meyer and this set-piece opportunity. Loaded over the top, not the best from Meyer that time. Second chance through Candela. Gomez over the top. Luca Meyer with a really good touch, and it's side netting. 3 or 4 Tormenta players were queuing up. Meyer went for glory, and it hits the side netting. He's been very much involved in this first half. Another look. The Galactic Comics replay. Maybe would have been a tough angle to find a teammate. Meyer instead struck it, but struck it into the side netting. The USL is committed to supporting the LGBTQ+ community through the Forever Proud project. The USL will strive to create safe and welcoming environments for all fans, players, employees, and partners. Learn more at uslsoccer.com/forwardforever-proud. It's been all Tormenta, pretty much, since the first minute. The McLaughlin chance for TFC2 inside 50 seconds, and since then, Ian Cameron's side have been on the front foot. But nothing Nothing to show for it yet. Goulburn tries to float one over the top for McLaughlin, dealt with by Thorne. It took a deflection on its way out. There's a couple of TFC2 players, I believe Susi was one of them, were lingering. But in the end, it's out for a goal kick. This Candela, actually, pardon me, that was Thompson who it deflected off of on the Galactic replay. And he's been vibrant in moments this first half. And had to take one in the moneymaker right there. Perez, lovely footwork from him. Stays strong on it to find O'Callaghan in a good spot to deliver. It's swerving towards the back post. Again, Meyer with a good touch, but it floated away from him for a moment. And in the end, his pass is cut out by Luca Petrasso. Luca Petrasso, one that's been learning a new position this year. Mike Munoz was telling us early in the year that Toronto FC see him as a future left back, and that's why he's here to kind of restructure his game to fit that need. And he said he's just bought in extremely well. He's already a talented player. He's one of the guys on this team that's bought in from the start. Especially with everything these guys have been through. These TFC2 players have come to be really close. So that's one of the things Mike Munoz mentioned to us that has been consistent throughout this entire wild process. As O'Callaghan came up a little hurt there potentially. He's holding on to his, looks to be his right leg. He's stretching it out. Keep an eye on that. Hopefully he's okay. Goulburn gets it back into play. McLaughlin. And Goulburn sends it all the way back. Again, second meeting of 4 this month between these two. And the other crazy thing about the TFC2, schedule, the next 7 games, 4 against Tormenta, including the one they just played against them. And then they've got 3 against Fort Lauderdale. So it's only 2 teams over the next 7 for Mike Munoz and his side to deal with. Micheletto to Candela. O'Callaghan floats it in. It was a little short. Nearly fell again for Candela. Not quite. And TFC2 clear their lines. Hara coming way off of his line to help out Eckenrode. Now Thorne. Meyer on the far side. This is Gomez. Lars Eckenrode. Gomez looking for Meyer. He's out-leaped that time. Gomez again. Perez, more patient build-up from Tormenta here. O'Callaghan now, hounded by Goulburn. Eckenrode looking for a new angle. Gomez. Luca Meyer tried to feed it through for Gomez. Thorne. Meyer. And still, and his pass is cut out by Bernard Lunar. Only out for a throw-in, though. Back to Phelps. Tormenta tried again with Perez. Almost fell for Liati. Crucial challenge by Higgins. And a free kick alleviates the pressure. The Eastern Conference takes center stage when the USL on ESPN continues on ESPN Deportes. Tuesday, June 15th, it's a clash of Midwestern powers. Indy 11 look to continue their hot start against perennial playoff contenders, Pittsburgh Riverhounds. At the mic, catch the pair of Beasts of the East on Tuesday night. Kickoff scheduled for 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. Coach Rennie, Coach Lilly, they'll be ready for it. That's a fun matchup coming up. Just a couple of days' time. Two teams that could be a big factor in the championship towards the end of the season. These two teams are hoping to be a factor in League One towards the end of the season. This could be a game in a stretch that dictates if that's the case. Head-to-head meetings tend to be huge come the end of the season. Tormenta's already won the first of 4 between these two. Again, Micheletto's goal in the 88th minute. Last time out between these two sides just earlier this week. Meyer again. Took a little bit of a deflection, nearly fell for Perez. Crucial intervention by Goulburn. And Tormenta will reset. Another look there, 72nd minute in Arlington, North Texas, on the verge of knocking Greenville from the ranks of the unbeaten. And again, worth reiterating, if that score holds, there'll be no more unbeaten teams in USL League One. Greenville are the last team. And also, I think a couple of Union Omaha fans, more than a couple, will be smiling by that result. They will be hooting and hollering over that. That's out for a throw-in on the far side. Again, Union Omaha coming off a huge 4-2 victory against Revs 2 last night. Greg Hurst with a hat trick for the Owls. Again, Greenville, I believe even after tonight, has a game or two in hand, but that's a big result at the top of the table, especially after what Union Omaha did last night. And they're a little bit shorthanded under Jay Mims at the moment as well, but they keep on winning. They've gone to Breese Stevens and won Omaha, and then they beat Revs 2 convincingly last night at Werner Park. Gomez slipping as he passed it, but right on the money for Meyer. Can he keep it in? It's a good challenge by Luca Petrasso. Out for a Tormenta throw deep into the final third. Perez. Lovely skill from Perez. Micheletto! Perfect positioning from Silva. And Micheletto again going for the spectacular. Nearly achieved it. Galactic Comics replay. I mean, just a phenomenal technique from Marco Micheletto. They say he only scores bangers. He's almost scored 2 or 3 of them already tonight, but it stays scoreless. Good backtracking there from Curtis Thorne. Speaking of last night's Union Omaha Revs 2 game, that Connor Presley volley, that's going to be tough to beat this week as far as goal of the week, although Greg Hurst had a really strong opening goal in that game as well, getting past a defender, the goalkeeper, and then scoring from a ridiculously difficult angle. Chattanooga winning last night as well, 3-2. That was a wild game. Tucson came from 2-0 down at home to level it, but then in the 89th minute it was snatched back from them. Shot comes in from Candela, easy for Silva. And again, the other result of note from last night, Forward Madison drawing 0-0 at home. It's only the second goalless draw all season long. And Richmond kickers have been involved in both. The other one was Richmond and North Carolina earlier this season. It's a good stat because it means there's a lot of goals going on. A lot of these games, just 2, where neither team has scored. Lovely distribution out wide from Candela. Not much that Meyer could do with it, though, in his eyes. Phelps, who, if you've been watching this season, you've come accustomed to see him up front, but he's a natural center back. He's shown some good touch back there already in this game. Ian Cameron has told us from the start of the season that he can do both. He's pretty darn good up front as well. Not just a strong, tall, big center back. Ooh. Silva had to be careful there with Liati on his back, and it's forced out for a throw on the far side. That ball is inches away from the goal line. Here's Candela. Gomez, who's been a big feature in the build-up for Tormenta. Good ball in behind, just too far in front of the approving Marco Micheletto, who liked the idea. And that man's been involved quite a bit as well. Luca Meyer, he always seems to be for Ian Cameron's bunch. TFC2 still kind of trying to grow into this game, it feels. They have not had a ton of chances in this first half. McLaughlin's in the first minute was probably by far the best. He's trying to run onto one again here. Phelps using his strength and his agility. O'Callaghan. Searching ball for Liati. He has Perez through the middle. Kobe Perez onto his left boot. Sensational! He put it the only place Silva couldn't get to it. And Tormenta's persistence pays off. With 5 minutes to go in the first half, South Georgia Tormenta find the breakthrough and lead by a 1-0. The goal brought to you by Durance Lane. Just pick that out of the net from Kobe Perez. Worth a Galactic Comics replay. Perez had a great individual effort earlier that was denied. This time, he puts it the only place Silva couldn't reach it. That's a phenomenal goal from Kobe Perez, his first of the season. And South Georgia Tormenta, for the second game running, lead Toronto FC 2 by a 0-0. Liati approves. The Tormenta fans approve. Really good goal from Kobe Perez. Took it so well, so calmly as well. Tormenta strike first, and they've earned it. They've been on the front foot this entire first half, and they've gotten their reward. Now TFC2, what's their response? McLaughlin went for the spectacular, and it ends up sailing through the purple smoke of celebration at the other end. That's how they celebrate here in Statesboro. Fans really enjoyed that strike from Kobe Perez, and why not? It was a phenomenal goal. He made it look easy, Kobe Perez. That is not easy to do whatsoever. And Tormenta have the breakthrough. Liati deemed to have fouled, trying to get back onto the ball. 3 minutes to go in this first half, and now TFC2 are looking for a response. Petrasso with a really good run on that far side. Kosi Thompson back to Petrasso. Two really talented players linking up. Now the back line steps in. This is Kuric. Now Niall Higgins. Now TFC2 are taking the role of the front foot as Tormenta, who have this new formation with 6 in the midfield, try to get themselves in position to defend. We'll have to deal with a Luca Petrasso throw. Thompson. Not sure what he meant to do with that. It might have been a missed kick, but it falls for Goulburn. Still a chance to create something. Bernalar, all the way back to Kuric. Asusi. Petrasso. Lofts in a dangerous ball for McLaughlin. Well, Hara was rooted to the spot. If that was on target, that could have been the equalizer. maybe the best overall move of the night for TFC2 on the Galactic Comics replay. Really good header from McLaughlin as well, a whisker wide. And out for a goal kick. That's got to give Mike Munoz some encouragement going into the half. Best move of the night so far from the roadside. Perez, the goal scorer, fouled. Well, you do see there mixed bag this season when Tormenta score first. Not so much of a mixed bag when TFC2 concede first. Appreciate those stats from Ryan Rose, our producer. Does a fantastic job, as always, keeping us informed. Offside flag goes up. Here's Goulburn. It was the right idea. McLaughlin was lurking, but Thorne cleans it up. Kobe Perez scoring the opening goal in the 40th minute. Azad Liati wins a free kick, as you see at the bottom of your screen. 1 added minute at the end of the first half. Be a media stoppage time. We're into it now. 1 minute with Tormenta leading by a goal to nil through Kobe Perez. It is really, really sensationally taken opening goal 5 minutes ago. O'Callaghan. Well, that was handled by Liati. Referee spotted it immediately. And TFC2 will likely control it for the rest of these few seconds here in the opening half in Statesboro. And that's the last action of an exhilarating first half in Statesboro. It has to be said, most of it done by the home side. Crowd enjoys the effort from Ian Cameron's bunch in the first half. That man, Kobe Perez, with a really good goal in the 40th minute, is the difference at the moment. At the half, the halftime score brought to you by Durance Lane is South Georgia Tormenta 1, TFC 2 0. It's been Tormenta on the front foot for most of this first half. Micheletos had chances. Luca Myers had chances as well. TFC2 maybe a little fortunate to not be down by more. Kobe Perez's goal at the half separates the sides. We'll take a quick break. More at the half coming up after this.
Suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
At my age, where I'm at now, my children at their age, what I love about fishing now is the time that I can spend with my children. It's just great to know that when I get into a Silverado, that I don't have to worry about, am I going to make it? Is it going to pull this? There's no doubt, there's no question in my mind. It's going to do everything I need to do. To go spend the quality time that I want to, enjoy that experience, because once it's gone, it's gone. What I love now is being able to watch my children enjoy something that I've loved doing all my life. And we can just enjoy each other. Kyle Durant Chevrolet provides us these experiences that we get to go on as a family.
Hi, I'm Michelle Smith-Lang from Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possession.
Welcome back to the Durance Lane halftime report between South Georgia Tormenta and Toronto FC2. Sean St. Jacques here with you. We'll get to the second half in just a few moments. But before we do that, we'll take a look at the last 24 hours of USL League One action. What a better place to start than Werner Park in Papillion, Nebraska. This is a wild game. We start with Greg Hurst. You're going to be hearing his name a lot during these highlights. Gets the steal off a mistake and from a ridiculous angle scores the opening goal in the 21st minute for Union Omaha, just their second home game of the season. And the first one was back on opening night, but Connor Presley had an answer. Didn't look like this was going anywhere until it fell to the boot of Connor Presley. Nothing Rashid Nuhu could do about it. It's a goal of the week candidate. Could be a goal of the year candidate in USL League One. Revs to level, one apiece, just 2 minutes after Greg Hurst opened the scoring. Then right on halftime, Dami Aviadare denied Hurst right on the doorstep for his second of the night into the first minute of stoppage time at the end of the first half to give Union Omaha the lead at the break. Then Greg Hurst on a hat trick. Lovely give and go between him and Devin Boyce, and the Scotsman would get his hat trick early in the second half, 47th minute. A hat trick hero kind of performance from Greg Hurst. 3-1 at the time. Revs 2, though, they've been here before just as recently as their last game against Richmond. They nearly came back in that one. They had an answer in this one. It's a lovely curl, a lovely answer. 63rd minute, Sikalias answers 3-2. Game on. Plenty of time left. But Union Omaha had the dagger. Devin Boyce from Ali Hadzic, 4-2 the final. And the Owls stay at the top of the USL League One table. Boyce's first goal of the season for the Owls. And he was hooting and hollering as well with the fans in the home corner. 4-2 again, the final. Omaha wins it. What a fun game at Werner Park. Then Tucson and Chattanooga. Could they upstage it? Is it possible? They gave a really good run at it. Obviously, the Red Wolves were off to a really good start in this one. Early goal, Ricky Ruiz in the 28th minute. It was a great stop initially, and he passes it into the bottom corner to give the Red Wolves the lead inside a half an hour. Then right before halftime, Ricketts, after a great save, a second denial. A phenomenal stop by the goalkeeper, but it would be recycled, and the header goes in second time. Ricketts is there. It's 2-0, and Tucson looked to be in a heap of trouble, but again, the defensive work from Tucson. They did everything they could to keep it out the first few tries. Third time was the charm, and the relentless Red Wolves were up 2-0. But Tucson had an answer. What a strike that was from Dennis, who came on as a substitute. Charlie Dennis gets them back in it in the 61st minute. And Tucson would level it. It's Dennis again in the 85th with 5 minutes to go. It's 2-2. Yeah, the emotion was there. What a game. And then in the 89th, Galindrez wins it for Chattanooga by 3-2. The shirt came off, and I think he'll trade that yellow card for 3 points for Chattanooga. What a night of action in USL League One. Worth noting as well, 0-0 between Forward Madison and Richmond. The goals were seemingly in Nebraska and Arizona on the night. Really good stuff there in USL League One. And now really good stuff with news in the USL as well this week, with the USLW League being announced this week as well. Really cool moment. Obviously, South Georgia Tormenta, a huge part of it. Tormenta FC co-owner Mitra Van Tassel said, quote, This is a significant moment for Tormenta FC as a club. The female athletes in our region, the overall growth of the women's game, we're so thrilled to have this new team under our umbrella. The new women's team will play its matches at Optum Health System Field at Tormenta FC's state-of-the-art facility in Statesboro, which will also serve as home of the club's professional USL League 1 team, League 2 squad, and USL Academy youth team. So great for Tormenta, great for the USL as a whole, and a really cool story to take us in to 2022. Good stuff there. We'll take a break here when we come back. Plenty more on the W League and more around the USL. Yellow's there again. Second header.
Here's a chance for Cicerone. Russell Cicerone, the leading goal scorer.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, will be to save Bullock County from slow internet. To do so, you must recruit an exceptional tech team. They must be fast, reliable, and absolutely fearless. Time is of the essence. Bullock's internet is dependent on your success.
At my age, where I'm at now, my children at their age, what I love about fishing now is the time that I can spend with my children. It's just great to know that when I get into a Silverado, that I don't have to worry about, am I going to make it? Is it going to pull this? There's no doubt, there's no question in my mind. It's going to do everything I need to do. To go spend the quality time that I want to, enjoy that experience, because once it's gone, it's gone. What I love now is being able to watch my children enjoy something that I've loved doing all my life. And we can just enjoy each other. Kyle Durant Chevrolet provides us these experiences that we get to go on as a family.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you, taking a look at the USL League 1 news and notes. We mentioned it earlier, the USL W League. Now it's for 2022, 8 clubs involved. Neil Vignals, player of the week for Richmond, former Tormenta player. He's had a phenomenal season, 2 assists this week. And how about Carl Craig? First season in charge. You may not look happy about it in the photo, but he's the May Coach of the Year. He's been extremely solid at the helm of forward Madison. Vignals leads the team of the week as well. Brian Rosales from Fort Lauderdale. Damia Villadair as well at the back for Union Omaha. Nazad Liati in there as well. A little bit more on the USL W League. 8 clubs will start as founding members, including South Georgia Tormenta, Queensboro, and Hartford from the championship in there as well. Greenville and Chattanooga along with Minnesota, DC, and Kaw Valley. Really cool to see that again. May through July beginning in 2022. Here's the scoreboard. How about North Texas knocking Greenville from the ranks of the unbeaten? No more unbeaten teams in USL League 1. Greg Hurst's hat-trick enough to get all 3 points for Union Omaha. Goalless in Madison, and Chattanooga wins it 3-2. Coming up Wednesday night in USL League 1, a rematch from an exciting Week 4 contest brings North Carolina FC on its first visit to Legacy Early Field for a 7 p.m. Eastern tilt at Greenville Triumph SC. The newest addition to League 1 is hungry for its first win, while the Triumph have sights set on regaining the top spot in the USL League One table. Should be a good one between those two. Then at 7:30, the inaugural meeting between Fort Lauderdale and Toronto FC2 is the first of two meetings between the sides this week. First at Dry Pink Stadium in South Florida. Fort Lauderdale comes off a brilliant 2-1 road win at NCFC and has 11 days between matches, while Toronto will be playing its 7th match in 21 days. That kicks off a Week 11 that features all 12 League One sides playing over the weekend for the first time and matching a league record 8 contests during the week. All matches air on ESPN Plus with international streaming on YouTube. We take a look now at the USL League One upcoming schedule. A really good slate. Obviously, the Saturday games are ones to watch. Forward Madison Revs 2, South Georgia Tormenta, Greenville, Chattanooga, North Carolina is a good one as well, along with North Texas taking on Tucson. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, highlights and stats from Statesboro.
Why contact a marketing agency?
Is it to see this guy scribble on a whiteboard, or to listen to the ins and outs of marketing?
Or is it to partner with a group of creatives who will connect you to them and grow your brand?
Here, we join with you to push your business to new heights.
It's not about the us, but about the us and how we can get your brand out there and connect and become their favorite.
We are the planners, doers, designers, and engagers who cut the crap and just make it happen.
We are Davis Creative Group.
Optum Health System's commitment to you has not changed. Unmatched safety and compassionate care. Others may talk about the new normal, but at Optum Health System we've always provided high-quality, personalized care safely. If you have recently delayed your care, we want to reassure you we are prepared to care for you. Our absolute commitment to safe, high-quality, personalized care is stronger than ever. We welcome you back to Optum Health System.
Between South Georgia Tormenta and Toronto FC2. First half highlights are sponsored by Galactic Comics. Obviously, Perez the goal from Kobe Perez, sensationally taken. It's a really good goal from Kobe Perez. He had a chance earlier by himself to score. He was denied. Not the second time. Pinpoint from Perez. And it's the difference at the half between South Georgia Tormenta and Toronto FC2. It was a really good goal. If you take a look at the Yerpai halftime stats, huge differential in shots, +8 for South Georgia Tormenta. No shots on target yet for TFC2. Slight possession advantage for Tormenta, and obviously a huge goal from Kobe Perez. His first of the season, and it separates the sides as we get set for the second half in Statesboro. One of the best goals we've seen this week, and that's saying something. We've had a heck of a week of goals in USL League One. Definitely one of the more accurate ones from Kobe Perez at the end of the first half. Azad Liati juggles the ball a little bit and kicks us off to start the second half. Teams switch sides, and South Georgia Tormenta, going from left to right on your screen, have a 1-goal lead to work with. TFC2 trying to avoid a second straight game falling to South Georgia Tormenta. It's Kosi Thompson and Nick O'Callahan got into it a little bit there as it went out for a TFC2 throw. Again, Tormenta looking for their first 3-game winning streak since 2019. They have 2 in the bag at the moment in a row. They're trying to move up the standings, getting into the top 6 if they can get all 3 points tonight. TFC2 trying to end a 5-match winless streak, pardon me. 3 draws in there and a couple of losses, including the last time out to South Georgia Tormenta. This is Luca Meyer. It's blocked and handled well by Jaquil Marshall-Ruddy. We haven't seen a ton from yet. in this game, at least not in the attacking sense. This is Lars Eckenrode. Candela back to Phelps. And Eckenrode is bundled over by Kosi Thompson. And maybe some of that chippiness we've talked about is starting to show itself. Candela trying to get the ball back. Asusi, Laughlin, Thompson not exactly helping him in the cause. Ball floated forward for Meyer. Slashed off of Marshall Ruddy. Tormenta throw. This is Thorne. Gomez, that might be offside. Though Micheletto took the shot on. The flag stays down and then very late goes up. Nearly a second for Tormenta. Micheletto looked offside, and in the end, he was. We'll take another look. Galactic Comics replay. Maybe a little bit closer than originally thought. But I think in the end, it was the right decision. Perez denied a second goal of the night. Luca Meyer. So far, the script has remained unchanged. It has been all Tormenta so far as Azad Liani was offside. TFC2 not had many chances, especially since the Garrett McLaughlin opening minute. Kirich, who is on a yellow card, worth keeping in mind for the second half. Curtis Thorne is, by the way, as well for South Georgia Tormenta. That pass is taken away by the goal scorer, Perez. He's surrounded on that far side, does really well to keep control, and he wins a free kick. He's been so poised tonight, Perez. Doesn't seem hurried at all when he's on the ball. It showed in his goal as well. He wins a free kick off of Goulburn. This ball over the top. Liati was in the area. Well managed by Kevin Silva. Petrasso. Floated over the top and well out of play in the end. That time is Susi off the mark. Phelps tried to find Perez to no avail. And it'll go all the way back to Silva. Mike Munoz told us earlier this week he likes the plan. He likes what TFC2 did the first time against Tormenta, but in his words, he said, we just have to do plan A and do it better. We just have to execute better in order to win. See him there, Mike Munoz. I think he has to be just a little bit concerned. Maybe not defensively. They were beaten by a really good strike from Kobe Perez, but offensively, his side have not had as much to offer as we've seen in prior games. And to be fair, Ian Cameron's new formation is a big reason why that's likely the case. It is congested anytime TFC2 have it. And again, Ian Cameron told us it's out of necessity. He's not trying. He told us he's not trying to do anything crazy. He's just trying to win with what we've got. And so far, it has worked. There's a booking for Candela, who was getting a little chippy with a couple of the TFC2 players earlier. And that's probably why he didn't get a warning for that challenge. He just got a caution, AKA a yellow. As you see the Galactic Comics replay, he drags down Marshall Ruddy. Disagrees with the referee's decision, but it's too little too late. Petrasso. Liati might have bundled him over. Referee saw nothing wrong with it. Marco Micheletto now dancing on the ball. Great vision to find Luca Meyer in a good position, and a really good tackle. Had to be from Kuric, who's on a booking. He was clean and timely with his challenge. Now Altobelli, who we haven't said much at all in this game. Finding Thompson. Can TFC2 start to get a foothold into this match? Asusi. Petrasso. And Asusi. Kuric. TFC2's turn to be patient with the ball. Petrasso. Nice work from him. Altobelli. In a congested penalty area, McLaughlin. Shot comes in. Oh, a wonderful save. Pablo Jara denying the shot from Goulburn in sensational style. It was a fired-in shot. And on the Galactic Comics replay, Jara able to palm the rocket over for a corner kick. It was a missile from outside of the penalty area. Really good reflexes from Jara. Goulburn again, this time whipping it in far post over everybody's head and out for a goal kick. Much better from TFC2. And maybe a sign of things to come tonight. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM-FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, Rodney Marsh, and the brand new USL All Access, featuring Mike Watson, Devin Kerr, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with the action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM-FC channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and the Sirius XM app. Micheletto, always dangerous, finding Meyer, who can be equally as dangerous. Puts in a good ball, cleared out, I think, by Bernard Lunar. It's a corner for Tormenta. Game starting to open up a bit on both ends. And Meyer, whose pass led to the corner, will now take it on the near side. What if Tormenta got up their sleeves here? It's taken short. Perez looking for the right angle. Meyer puts in a good low ball. And Higgins with a crucial intervention. And it's back out for a Tormenta throw. Again, really creative from the set piece from Ian Cameron's side. Now Micheletto into the penalty area. Can he go all the way? Again, a really good effort, but the shot ends up being well wide. But again, Tormenta knocking at the TFC2 door here and asking the questions of Mike Munoz's side. Kobe Perez's goal in the 40th minute off an Azad Layati assist. Separates the sides at the moment. But the game is starting to get really, really interesting now. Sent forward by Silva. Looked down by McLaughlin. And in the end, easy for Jara from Ecken Road. Now Micheletto, can he keep this in? Oh goodness, he almost did it, you know. He wins a throw. That was just phenomenal. The balance and control of Marco Micheletto has been on full display tonight. He's been marvelous. Jara well out of his goal there. Tried to find Luca Meyer. Micheletto follows up. Meyer went for the overhead kick to try and, just maybe behind his back kick, if you will, to keep that alive. Ian Cameron has to be pleased with the way his team has played so far. 56 minutes gone. They've got a goal. They've looked the more likely to score again. He said, we've got to win this 4-game series this month with TFC2. Long way to go. They could be on their way to snatching the first 2. Perez might have been fouled there. Ian Cameron sure was calling for it. TFC2 smuggle it away, and then Azad Liati, well, he grabbed him around the waist. Play on, says the referee, and Kosi Thompson doesn't take advantage of it, but it falls back into TFC2's lap. Decent ball into the penalty area. Thorne deals with the initial ball in. Michieletto helping out. McLaughlin lurking, and it falls to Michieletto now. What can he do with it from here? Here's Eckenrode. And O'Callahan did well. Lovely control. Now, Gomez. Wonderfully weighted ball to Meyer. He has Perez to his right, Michieletto to his left. Perez, Meyer, Michieletto. Penalty appeal on the back heel. Referee did not give it. And there might have been extracurriculars afterwards. Galactic Comics replay, again, wonderful build-up play. Did Bernard Lenar grab on Candela there? Referee Kyle Johnston, to be fair to him, instant denial. He did not hesitate. Also would have been a question if that was in the penalty area or not. It was right on the edge. And again, if it's on the line, it's in the box. Would have been very close, if not in. TFC2 on the other end looking for an answer with that back line. Tormenta smuggle it away, and now Marco Micheletto's turn to maraud forward, and Azad Liati is offside. And he can't believe it. And Ian Cameron is right there to ask the question of the assistant referee, and then Kyle Johnston, the center referee. Tormenta seemed convinced that Liati had timed his run well enough, and he would have been in one-on-one with the goalkeeper if the flag had stayed down. Ian Cameron continues to plead his case. And despite how frustrated he may be, we have no VAR to take a look at it. So Niall Higgins gets us back underway. Goulburn, we did not keep that in. A couple of the Tormenta fans as adamant as the players were that was out of bounds. It is a throw-in for Tormenta. Just saw him there. Kyle Johnston's done a really good job dealing with the emotions of this game. Both teams, obviously, the more they play each other, the more familiar they get, and that chippiness continues to grow, and obviously both teams want this game. You can argue they need this game as well. Despite still, for Tormenta, game 10 of the season. For TFC2, it's game 7 of the season. Still 3 games in hand, but head-to-heads matter, and these two play 2 more times this month after this one. Luca Meyer was impeded. Play continues. Azad Liati on his own at the moment, finds Luca Meyer, and it slipped under his boot. But Tormenta regained possession. This is Ricardo Gomez. You can feel the energy in Irk Russell Park continue to rise as Tormenta continue to push. What could be a huge second goal here. Meyer from Michieletto. Poked away. Meyer keeps it alive. And then tried it with the outside of his right boot to no avail. And that was the only goal of the game, the Kobe Perez strike back in the 40th minute. It separates the sides at the moment. Perez's first goal of the season, and it looks like TFC2 will make a change. Bernard Lenar will make way for Antonio Carlini, a Powerade substitution for the roadside. So we'll see Carlini in for Bernard Lunar. Good skill again from Perez. Always dangerous in this game, it feels like. Deflected towards Meyer. Now Micheletto. Far side O'Callahan. This is Gomez. Tormenta build again. Thorne. Candela, who's on a yellow card. Gomez. Some pressure now from Thompson and TFC2. We need to get back into this game. TFC2, 11th out of 12 teams in the table. Coming into tonight, they could match Tormenta on points with 3 games in hand with a win. But it's going to be an uphill climb if they are going to do that. Gomez under some pressure. Goulburn nearly won it back. Carlini, his first action. Now Perez, dealt with by Thompson. And it's a good challenge in the end. It's a TFC2 throw. Oh, taken away by Liotti. Micheletto to his right. Liotti goes himself and maybe should have thought better of it. Still not dealt with though. Perez for a second. And he's missed it wide. It did take a deflection though. And it's out for a corner. Oh, Perez, he's been denied twice for a second goal. Another look at the Galactic Comics replay. Great block in there by Curich. And then Perez nearly scored it, but didn't hit the target. Micheletto again. 2 times Micheletto's been open inside the penalty area, and he hasn't gotten it. Luca Meyer. Tormenta pushing for what could be a crucial second goal in this game. Eckenrode's header was denied. And TFC2 find an equalizer in this game. Marshall Ruddy. Curich. Carlini on the near side. Now, in the midfield, Altabelli. Out wide, Goulburn. Now Isusi. Sent all the way back to Curich. Curich has space to run into. Goulburn. Out wide. Couple of step overs. It's a decent ball in. Nobody there for TFC2, and Candela clears it out for a throw-in. Isusi now. Luca Petrasso. Marshall Ruddy. Petrasso. Marshall Ruddy, he was the target. His opposite number, Luca Meyer, hits it out for a corner. Petrasso will rush over to take it. Still 25 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Corner kick for TFC2. Petrasso takes, and the header is floated over the top. United Soccer League, all 12 League One clubs and its players stand together in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. For more information on the USL's commitment to change through the United Against Racism campaign, visit uslsoccer.com. Kobe Perez separating the sides in the 40th minute with a really good goal. TFC2 have been chasing it ever since, as Mehdi Isusi will be withdrawn. Dante Campbell will enter the field of play. A Powerade substitution. Isusi out, Campbell in for the last 24 minutes of this game. Can he make an impact in the midfield for TFC2? Kirich wins the first header. Here's Campbell's first touch. Luca Meyer wins it back. This is dangerous now. Michieletto has Liotti to aim at. Meyer as well to his left. Candela. Gomez. All out wide, O'Callaghan. Goulburn with a really good tackle. Wins it back, but couldn't find McLaughlin. Phelps does well defensively. And a lovely curling switch of the field from Gomez to find Luca Meyer in space. It seems like Tormenta have been in control just about all of the night. Advantage played here. Meyer's ball in. Float all the way towards his opposite teammate O'Callaghan initially. Now Lars Eckenrode. And Meyer will head it out of play harmlessly for a goal kick. Meyer's had chances tonight. Micheletto's had, I think, 3 or 4 chances tonight. Perez was denied a goal from an offside and then almost scored again 5-10 minutes ago. Besides a couple of McLaughlin chances and then maybe 1 or 2 other half chances, not a ton to speak of for TFC2. They've had only a couple of moments of good build-up tonight. But it's still up for grabs. Only 1 goal separates it. That's why Ian Cameron's side are desperate to find a second goal to possibly kill the game off here. Pass from Campbell, cut out by O'Callaghan. Candela. Michieletto from Meyer. Marco Michieletto! Big save from Silva. And Petrasso, cool, calm, collected, and clears it. Tormenta win it back. TFC2 win the throw. Another look at the Galactic Comics replay. Tough angle for Michieletto to beat the goalkeeper from there. Worth a chance, but it is saved. There's a couple of changes upcoming. Abuchi Obinwa is going to come on. Candela is going to make way. It's a Powerade change. Azad Liotti will make way. And Christo Strickler will enter the field of play. New signing for South Georgia Tormenta. Powerade change. Coach Ian Cameron said we might see him tonight. We do. He's a forward, 30th overall pick in the 2021 MLS Super Draft by the Houston Dynamo. Coach Ian Cameron said how excited he was, full of goals, he said, runs, power, ingenuity. He said, quote, he's a welcome addition to our front line and I think our fans will grow to love this kid, end quote. He was a walk-on at Virginia Tech, had to earn his spot on the Hokies roster. He scored 27 goals and recorded 9 assists in 67 appearances and was first team All-ACC in 2020. He's got quite the pedigree. And we'll see how he performs tonight for Ian Cameron's side. He's got 20 minutes to make an impact and he'll take over for Azad Liotti. TFC2 now with the ball in behind. The target was Carlini. And it is out for a throw. McLaughlin, under 20 minutes to go. And the throw-in will go South Georgia Tormenta's way. Luca Meyer in behind. Dangerous ball in. Oh, it was a big chance for Strickler on debut. He just missed it. It was on a plate, but the Ohio native couldn't score it. Another look. The Galactic Comics replay. Meyer, it's a wonderful ball in, and maybe Niall Higgins' challenge just impeded the progress enough, and Christo Strickler could not quite get a piece of it. Strickler actually gave an interview to the Roanoke Times when he was drafted by the Houston Dynamo, and this was what he said about it. He said, quote, "I have a chip on my shoulder." That says a lot about a kid. He's got a lot to prove. His dad is a retired TV anchor. His mom moved her family from the Philippines to the United States when they were just teenagers. She was a teenager, I should say, and now works as a dentist, and it's a cool story. Ian Cameron, obviously, high hopes for Strickler, and I can already see why. Already creating a chance. TFC 2 nearly created a chance on the other end. And again, the final pass, we talked about it in the keys to the game. Not quite there. And it looks like another change upcoming for Tormenta. Sergi News will come on. And Luca Myers had a really good shift tonight on this Powerade substitution. Will make way. So it's more of a defensive change for Ian Cameron. A creative midfielder makes way for a solid defender. Tormenta probably not happy with what they have just yet. But also know they need to protect it as well. Throwing for Tormenta in the 74th minute. Again, Kobe Perez's goal is held up to this point. Toronto FC 2 have thrown a couple of chances forward. They're not out of this by any means. It also does feel that Tormenta could possibly finish this off. We'll have to see. Still time. Silva came all the way out to boot that forward. And ends up rolling all the way back to his opposite number, Hara, who has a little bit of a rushing contest with McLaughlin. Touched by Petrasso. Forward wasn't a bad idea. Now Gomez. News, his first action of the night. Clears it. As far as Petrasso. Marshall Ruddy on debut. He actually comes up there a little slow. He was just stretching his legs a little bit there. This is the captain, Niall Higgins. And Curich, who is on a yellow card. TFC 2. Really good switching of the fields there. Kosi Thompson making his way through. Really good skill from Thompson, and a really good ball in for McLaughlin that was cleared off the line. Now Kobe Perez. Strickler. Goulburn. Campbell. Petrasso. Under 15 minutes to go. Luca Petrasso made good headway. Could come out for a chance. Campbell slid in. Takes a deflection out for a goal kick. Again, Sean St. Jacques here with you. Just under 15 minutes to go in Statesboro. Tormenta looking for their third straight win for the first time in 2 seasons. TFC 2 at the moment in danger, going 6 games now without a win. Their only win of the season was their first game of the season against North Texas in Casa Grande, Arizona. Thompson back to Goulburn. TFC2 will start again through Niall Higgins. Tormenta putting up the pressure a little bit more now. Good threaded ball through Carlini now. Thompson on the far side, a couple to aim at. Takes a deflection out for a throw-in near the corner flag. Toronto FC2 trying to turn the screw a little bit more now. Thompson's been more lively these last 5-10 minutes. Could he be a difference maker down the stretch? He's certainly capable of it. Kurich. Marshall Ruddy now. Showing off some of his agility. And miscommunication there, Noose. We'll keep that in and clear it upfield. And as far as Kurich, Obinwa kind of flicked it forward. Goes back for Obinwa. Good control and strength shown there by Obinwa. Referee gets in the way. And it'll be Tormenta who can restart this with a drop ball. The ball from Gomez. Obinwa now. And again. Sergei Noose. Thorne. Micheletto. Now Gomez. Can Tormenta find the second goal they need? Eckenrode over the top. Good control by the captain, Higgins. Campbell, and back by Obinwa initially. He holds on to it. Really good skill from Obinwa, and then Goulburn did really well. Now TFC2, can they create something from this? Luca Petrasso, and still, Petrasso shrugged off it. Really good defending by Curtis Thorne. Now Micheletto, and it's out for a throw-in. Couple of changes upcoming. TFC2. Temi Antonoglu will come on for Kosi Thompson as a Powerade sub. Hugo Mbong, you can see there, will also enter the field for TFC2 with just over 10 minutes remaining. And he will replace Jaquil Marshall Ruddy. You can see the confirmation on the second of the two Powerade substitutions. So Marshall Ruddy's debut is done. 10 minutes to go for Mbong and Antonoglu to possibly make an impact. This is Strickler on debut for Tormenta. Micheletto, flag stays down. Obinwa tried to push it and chase it around. Campbell steps in his way. One back, nearly a second time. Obinwa does keep it though. Back with Tormenta comes Gomez. Obinwa. Noose. And Thorne. Back to Noose. Tormenta happy to just keep possession. But now Micheletto has it, and now Thorne's in, and Strickler's up with him. Thorne again. Perez, and Higgins blocks it away. O'Callahan now trying to keep it alive. No foul. Goulburn deemed to have won that fairly. Good challenge there to keep it away from McLaughlin Perez, and Goulburn finds Silva. Phelps, and that'll go out of play for a throw. For the W, the USL recently announced the formation of the USL W League, providing increased equity and opportunity for women looking to pursue careers in sports and soccer, both on and off the pitch. Comprised of clubs across the Championship, League One, League Two, and new expansion markets, the W League is set to begin play in 2022 in more than 30 communities across the United States. Head over to uslwleague.com to learn more. Meanwhile, a couple of Tormenta changes. Clayton Adams will come on for the goal scorer. Kobe Perez, a Powerade change. Perez gets a nice hand from the Statesboro faithful. His goal at the moment. Still the difference. Stefan Muller, coming off an injury, returns to the side. Welcome back for him from the fans as well. Nick O'Callahan makes way on the second Powerade substitution. Still just over 7 minutes to go. Is there time for late drama in Georgia? Saw him warming up earlier, Stefan Mueller. Great to see him back after dealing with his injury issues. Adams with his first action since coming on, and he concedes a free kick off of Kirich. Here's Higgins. Goulburn, cut out by Phelps. Micheletto, I should say Strickler rather. Goulburn again, he's been active tonight. Goulburn has been really good tonight. Antonoglu, who would nearly slip through, but Phelps got a touch before Mbong was able to get to it. Now Petrasso could fall for Antonoglu. It does. This is Campbell. Antonoglu plays it all the way back to Kirich. Now Niall Higgins, 6 minutes to go in Statesboro. Shot goes up and over the top. TFC2 again in the final third are not able to create something on target. Carlini this time skies it over the bar. And now TFC2, you feel maybe running out of time. Just over 5 minutes. We will have, we would hope, or you would think, I should say, some stoppage time as well. If you're a TFC2 fan, you're hoping for that just in case it takes that long. But to be fair, Tormenta have been in complete command of the contest pretty much throughout, especially since the Kobe Perez goal went in the 40th minute. Hara controls despite Mbong's pressure. Again, these two meet 2 more times in the month of June. At the moment, it could be 2 in favor of Tormenta if this score holds up, and by the same scoreline as well. Thorne missed it. Carlini controls it. Now Campbell. Goulburn. He let it run a little too far. Now Strickler for Tormenta. Good overlapping run now. Muller has Adams in the middle. Micheletto with him as well. Micheletto shoots. Blocked off the line on the 6-yard line by Kirich. Now Gomez with 4 minutes to play. TFC2 need to get on the ball as quickly as they can. Here's Clayton Adams, Thorne up with him. Thorne now with it, good ball from Adams. Thorne has already scored once this season. What can he do with this? He finds Obinwa. And Adams. And Obinwa. Muller. And Micheletto. Still Micheletto. Adams. Good challenge. But it's out for a throw. Now under 3 minutes to go. Tormenta doing so well, managing the game at the moment. Trying to get their 3rd straight win for the first time since 2019. They're nearly there. Open one now. Tormenta might be satisfied with just keeping possession now. They've done it so well these last 15 minutes for the most part. Laughlin putting some pressure on Hara to no avail. It's going to go TFC2's way in the midfield. Gomez penalized. Actually, someone else has been booked. It's going to be off the ball.
The yellow card has been issued to Tormenta's number 5, Sergi Noose.
Sergi Noose, actually. The substitute has been put into the referee's book. So Noose, yellow carded. Just under 2 minutes to go. There's the confirmation. And there's going to be a time wasting there against the substitute. But the ball goes out of play. Carlini couldn't get to it. And Tormenta trying to make it 2 in a row over Toronto FC2. Does Mike Munoz's side have a late reply here? They have it again through Kuric. Dancing through a couple. Petrasso with a good ball in. Gomez denies. Can't find Micheletto. Campbell controls. 1 minute of the 90 remaining in Statesboro, Georgia. Antonoglu over the top. Good fall for Mbong here. Chance for Toronto FC2, and it wasn't a bad effort. But maybe more build-up was needed. In the end, Hara not troubled. As we take a look at the replay here, Galactic Comics replay, and Carlini, who had a shot earlier, pretty much the same spot. He took the previous one. It ends up being pretty much the same result, and he looks to the heavens. But the Russell Park faithful trying to see their team see this out. Throwing for TFC2, we've had 90 minutes. How much more time will there be? 3 added minutes via media stoppage time. Still time for TFC2 to salvage something from this game. Kobe Perez scored in the 40th minute. We've had no replies and none added on either. That won't help though from Kuric. Tormenta keep possession. 2.5 minutes left. TFC2 throw as Strickler couldn't keep it in play. See their upcoming match for Tormenta, June 19th, celebrating NAACP night. Superhero night tonight. So far the hero, Kobe Perez, back in the 40th minute. And of course that great save from Pablo Hara as well. 2 minutes to go. Can they see it out now, Tormenta? Good turn here. Oh, but nobody there to receive it. And more good build-up play from TFC2. But again, we talked about it. The final pass has not been there again for Mike Munoz's side tonight. They still have a minute and a half. Higgins and Carlini. TFC2 need to get this into the penalty area. Carlini trying to do just that. And Bong. Antonoglu. Maybe a chance here, floated over the top. Goulburn trying to keep this in. He floats it back towards the goalkeeper, punched away. Kosi Thompson! Big block, deflected, and wide. And now, well, there were handball appeals, I think, from multiple TFC2 players. Phelps down in a heap after he blocked, I think, one of the shots. And it took a wicked deflection as well. Galactic Comics replay, a late flurry here. Thompson, Phelps was actually hit by Hara at one point as well. He was looking for a foul. Tormenta defensively have another hero tonight, goodness me. Hara hit him once and then he deflected the shot out off a deflection from his deflection. There were handball appeals in there as well. It looks like the referee's only given a corner. Josh Phelps has to leave the field, it looks like. And it's because it's a head injury. Josh Phelps has to comply. This is, again, maybe frustrating for some, but definitely necessary. 100%. Phelps is trying to talk the referee out of it here. He does not want to leave the pitch. I think Kyle Johnston is, well, he's not going to oblige, and that's the right thing to do. Referee has been firm all night. Phelps will leave the field. So Tormenta are down a man for this last sequence. Can they see it out? Does Toronto FC2 have an equalizer in them here? Could be the last roll of the dice tonight. Luca Petrasso on the corner. Puts in a good ball. Mbong! Just wide. And it's out for a goal kick. And that might be the final straw. A late flurry here from TFC2. But it looks like it's not going to be enough tonight. Hara will have to clear this forward. Phelps did take a little time leaving the field, but can't imagine much will be added on to these extra 3 minutes. Hara clears it. Still no full-time whistle yet. We wait on Kyle Johnston's decision. Could be one last chance, potentially, but a crucial tackle from Ekenrode. And that's full-time. Tormenta see it out. And they have won 3 straight for the first time since 2019 as Ian Cameron's side get all 3 points. Kobe Perez's goal in the 40th minute stands up as the winner. And this new look Ian Cameron South Georgia Tormenta has got a real winning streak going in USL League One. Kobe Perez's fantastic goal back in the 40th ends up standing up and gives South Georgia Tormenta a 2nd straight win over Toronto FC2 in as many games this week. He's our man of the match, presented by Galactic Comics. It's superhero night. His goal was super for South Georgia Tormenta. And as they say, not all heroes wear capes, but his cape, if you will, is the Tormenta navy blue tonight. Another one of the heroes tonight, Pablo Hara. Worth taking another look at his save. It was crucial in the end. TFC2 created the chance. Goulburn's effort, and Hara with a save of the week candidate parried it over the top. It was one of the few chances TFC2 created. Hara was ready for it. Goalkeepers sometimes don't always get the chance to make plays. They have to be ready when called upon. The Bullock Solutions play of the match is the Hara save. Phenomenal job from him, and South Georgia Tormenta are on a bit of a roll now. They've won 3 in a row. First time since 2019 that they've accomplished the feat. Ian Cameron's got to feel really good about his side. Again, the Durance Lane final score, South Georgia Tormenta 1, TFC 2.
Coletto to his right, Liotti goes himself.
A really
Luca
good
Meyer
game
with a really
from South
good
Georgia Tormenta defensively. They got the goal they needed. They had plenty of chances to add on to it, but in the end, it stood up as the winner. The Durance Lane postgame is next. South Georgia Tormenta wins it by a 0-0 in Statesboro.
From Kids World Learning Center here in Statesboro, Georgia. Let us take care of all of your child care needs here at Kids World Learning Center, from your infants all the way to your after-schoolers. We also have a summer camp and holiday camp for those older children. And we have our brand new bus for our field trips, for the children to have fun and to learn and to explore new things all around our beautiful county. Thank you for trusting us with your most prized possession.
Are you suffering from hip or knee pain? Don't let the pain hold you back. The region's most experienced robotic joint replacement team at Optum Health System offers an individually tailored approach that is more precise and creates smaller incisions. For you, that can mean a faster recovery with less pain. Your comeback starts here. Call today to find out if robotic-assisted joint replacement is right for you.
Sean St. Jacques back here with you on the Durance Lane post-game show. South Georgia Tormenta through Kobe Perez win it by a 0-0 over TFC 2, and on Superhero Night they go to the fans, the call-up does, and thank them for their support. Let's take a look at the full-time highlights brought to you by Galactic Comics. We go to the 41st minute. The difference in the game, Azad Liotti finding Kobe Perez, who was cool, calm, and collected, and on target. That's about as good as it gets as far as accuracy. Kobe Perez's first goal of the season was a peach, and it ended up holding up as the game winner. Another sensational goal that we've seen this week in USL League One. It has brought it this weekend. 53rd minute, TFC 2 had a chance to get back into the game. Luca Petrasso had a strong second half at the left back position. Created the chance after McLaughlin laid it off. Goulburn with the strike, and Pablo Jara might as well have been wearing a cape, leaping to grab it and touch it over the top. Can't jump on top of buildings, but he sure can jump high enough to parry away tough shots on the pitch. Asusi for TFC 2 here in the 63rd gives it away as Azad Liotti had Micheletto to his right. He goes himself. Kuric with a vital block. Tormenta had multiple opportunities just on this possession alone. Perez not able as well to seal it with a second goal. Tormenta could have had 3 or 4 easily tonight, but they'll have to settle for 1 and all 3 points. Full-time match stats brought to you by Your Pie. Look at the shot total. 18 shots to 9, 4-1 on target in favor of Tormenta. They could have scored on all 4 of those shots on target. TFC 2 had the better of it possession-wise, specifically for the second half. They had a late flurry, but it wasn't enough as Toronto FC 2 fall for the second time in a row against Tormenta. That's what it means for the standings. Tormenta into the top 6, 5th place with 12 points, and TFC 2 remain in 11th, looking to make up some ground. And again, these two will meet 2 more times in the month of June. But at the moment, Tormenta have the advantage, 2 games to none. Another fun one tonight in USL League One. Both teams needed it. Both teams starting to gain some animosity for each other. Kobe Perez's goal ended up separating the sides towards the end of the first half, and in the end, it stood up as the difference. For my producer Ryan Rose, our entire crew, I'm Sean St. Jacques saying so long from Statesboro. Kobe Perez wins it. South Georgia Tormenta have won 3 straight.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.